Friends, hello and welcome on techguruspeaks.com. Today I would like to describe about Java user defined exception, which is also called custom exception. In Java programming, there may be situations when we want to create our own exception, which is known as user defined exception or custom exception. This type of exceptions are used in Java to customize the exception according to the requirement or need of the user. Using this concept, we can create our own custom exception with customized message. Now we may create a user defined exception using Java throw and throws keywords. Obviously we have to use the combination of try and catch blocks wisely to deal with the exception in a proper way. Now we may think of using one of the two overloaded constructors of the throwable class as listed below, like throwable with no argument constructor and throwable with a string message, that is a parameterized constructor. If we think, we may use our own customized constructor structure, and that is allowed by the Java language specification. So now we are going to demonstrate the Java user defined exception or custom exception by using coding example in NetBeans IDE. So just move to the NetBeans IDE for coding demonstration. So here comes the NetBeans IDE. So here I have tried to create a user defined exception called low salary exception. So it is the customly defined or user defined exception named low salary exception. It basically extends exception. That means it is basically a checked exception. Any class, if it is a direct subclass of exception but not the direct subclass of runtime exception, will be considered as a checked exception that I have already discussed in the previous tutorials. Now this custom exception is having an instance field of type double named salary. So this is the instance field of the custom exception. Now we can have the constructor. Here we can have a customized message, like we are going to print the value of the salary. So we are going to define the custom exception and its constructor here. Now we are having a string representation of the message. So in that way the custom exception has been defined. Now we have thought of creating that kind of exception provided if the salary value is less than 10,000. That means if the salary of a particular person is less than 10,000, then this particular exception will be thrown. So based on the custom requirement or need of the user, that kind of exception is basically created. So now we are having this particular method named check, which will check what is the value of the salary. So that is a parameter being passed here, static void check double value. So it is basically the salary amount in double type, and it doesn't have the try catch, so we must use the throws clause because it's a checked exception. I have told it previously. Any class, whether it is checked or unchecked, I mean to say, better to say, any class which is basically a direct subclass of exception is basically considered as a checked exception, but if it is considered to be a direct subclass of runtime exception, it must be called an unchecked exception. Since it is a direct subclass of exception class, it is called a checked exception. So I mean to say, if the method check doesn't have the try catch block, it must declare about it by using the throws clause. So if the value less than 10,000, so this kind of exception is basically thrown, and it is thrown explicitly. So that is the idea of using custom exception. And if it is not, so the else part will be executed, that is showing salary is okay. So now it is called by the main method. So main method is the immediate caller of this method named check. So in the call stack of methods, check is at the top of the stack, followed by the main method. Now within the main method, we must have the try catch, otherwise you won't be able to deal with it. So within the try block, we have placed the error prone code. Say for example, this statement is okay because the salary amount is not less than 10,000. The second method call is also okay, but the third method call is not correct. I mean to say, it is basically creating an exception called low salary exception. So this will be, all of the method calls will be transferring the program control here. So for the first two method calls, it will be printing this SOV statement, that is salary is okay. But the third method call, it is basically creating an exception explicitly. So we must be able to deal with it. So here we must have the matching catch in the main method, because it is the immediate caller of the check method. So since it is not having the try catch block, it is declaring about it by using the throws clause, and it will be forwarded to its immediate caller. And here we are having the matching catch that will be trying to deal with the low salary exception. So it will be just printing the value, like it is basically showing the exception reference, object reference. It is basically printing the salary value. Basically it is showing you the string representation of the object. So that means this method gets called here. So whenever this particular condition is met, we are creating an instance of the low salary exception. That means this particular constructor gets called implicitly. Okay, that means this particular salary will be initialized with the value that has been passed by this method call to this method. So now this particular exception object has been created, and now JVM will be looking for the matching catch. It is basically found here. So it will be just printing the string representation of the object. Whenever I'll be writing here E, it is basically replaced by the toString method, which is the string representation of the object that has been defined here. So it will be just showing the message exception equal to E, that means toString method body, like low salary exception colon the value that we have passed here, that is 997.75.95. So as a result, the toString message will be get called. This toString message will be get called here. That is why we are getting that kind of message. So in that way, we can provide a customized message with respect to our user defined or custom exception that can be developed following the user requirement or need. So I hope that you have understood the logic behind this program. So based on the concept, you could be able to create your own exception. Say for example, you might be thinking of creating your own exception like temperature too hot exception. If the temperature is greater than 35 degrees centigrade, you might think of creating that kind of exception. So based on the user requirement or need, you have to create your own exception. So that is a specialty of Java exception handling mechanism. So using this concept, I think you will be able to create your own program in any kind of Java related project that you are working on. So I hope that you have thoroughly watched this video, and if you like this video, then please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Here comes the URL of my YouTube channel, and please visit my website techguruspeaks.com, and this is the email ID. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.